shut up. Okay, we're done. I'm
So-
ending this podcast. Never mind.
Yeah,
The
speaking
end.
of ending this
Bye.
podcast.
Let's start this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of ending the podcast, that's a good Zach transition.
Yeah.
Turn off your phone and your computer for 24 hours,
And
and
your
a company
Zune.
may give you $2,400 for it.
Yeah.
That's about $1,000 more than I'm getting from the United States government.
The United States
Yeah.
fucking government. Yeah.
Wait, they're paying me?
Yeah, I mean, so here, this article from CNN, doom scrolling getting you down, put the phone away for an hour or better, make it 24 hours, and you might just get $2,400 out of it. Reviews.org, a company that tests home services and products, is holding a 24-hour digital detox challenge. They'll pay their chosen challengers over $2,000 to survive a whole day without screens. If you've got the desire to ditch your devices for a day but still need to get paid, this is the perfect opportunity for you, the company wrote on its website, where aspiring digital detoxers can go to apply.
I really love the alliteration in that, by the way. Desire to ditch your devices.
Yeah, the only issue is I work online, but I would also be making more money doing this than I would. You mean I could just go outside and read a book? I could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
not that hard.
would just go for an all-day hike, come home, make some food, sit down, cozy up with the dog, read a book, fall asleep.
I would
Easy.
I just go into the wilderness.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you two have it easy. You are like in the wilderness. I do live in Orange County, which is probably one of the most industrialized parts of California.
Yeah, it's very simple. If I want to go into the wilderness anytime, I just cross the bridge into Fargo, and then I'm in the wild.
Cross the bridge into Terabithia.
Just in an absolute Fallout-esque wasteland. Yeah.
The Brotherhood of Steel
No,
comes up. They take my iPhone, and then I detox that way.
See, it's funny we're all flexing our respective I guess like wildness of locales, because Austin's full of like, bullshit parks and trails that I've never bothered to check out. Mostly, because like the world ended in March a year ago. But
When you moved there.
Yeah, exactly. But this might be the time, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna check out every part.
I mean, and everything in Austin's open up again anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can,
Yeah,
you can just
exactly.
do it.
Fucking yeah. The governor, the very smart and handsome governor of Texas, said, "I don't need to worry about the coronavirus."
Mhm. Yeah,
Al-
he waved his-
also, he said to be very worried about the immigrants bringing the
Yeah.
deadly coronavirus.
beware of the Mexicans with the coroni.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. A buddy of mine hit me up, was like, "Hey, bro, you want to drink some Coronas?" And I was like, "Hey, no, that's what that's what old Greg told me to worry about.
That's what made the bars
I
close.
won't fall for your south of the border tricks, sir."
That was actually pretty based last year when people actually thought coronavirus was caused by drinking Corona. That was a really cool thing that came out of all of that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing caused by drinking Coronas is disappointment.
Yeah,
yeah.
just a feeling of neglect.
It's really fun, like, because you know how like every fucking social media now has like, oh, here's a post from a year ago, fucking going on their platforms now, like, just seeing like, yes, early pandemic, where it's like, oh yeah, no, I should be way more worried about this than I currently am a year into it, where I just don't fucking feel anything anymore. It's awesome. Remember feeling things, y'all?
Yeah, I do.
I don't, but maybe if I had $2,400, I would.
Yeah, maybe if even just the 2,000 that the government said they were gonna send me,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
Hey, Joey,
Hey.
you listening?
Hey, Joe, I know you listen.
Hey,
I
Joe,
see the analytics.
how about
all
you
right?
put down your
from
phone
the fucking
and you give me $2,000?
yeah. Put down your phone, Joe, and write me a check. All right, 2,000 smackaroos,
Mhm.
Bucko.
You owe me.
You owe us.
You know what I did for you?
I did nothing. I didn't even fucking. I told people to stay home.
No, he knows what I did for
Yeah.
him.
I did nothing, and yet I still deserve it for having to live in this fucking god awful country. Give me my fucking $2,000.
Where I was supposed to get my flat in Islamabad, but no, not because of Joe Biden.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everybody, Welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. Pause for effect. I'm Bo.
I'm Dennis.
I'm Artemis.
And today we have our friend Emily joining. How's it going?
Hello. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Obviously, we are down a Zach. This is not Zach like doing my voice perfectly and then also claiming to be me. Although that would be an interesting twist to the podcast lore.
It's not like that one episode of Batman when it crossed over with Superman and Bruce Wayne was missing, so Superman dressed up as Batman, and everyone was like, or Robin was like, "Hey, how come you can like perfectly replicate Batman's voice?" And he's like, "Oh, it's muscle control." And it's like, "Bitch, that's not how that works." You don't sound like Kevin Conroy just because you like got like buff vocal cords. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe you don't, quitter.
No, that's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, you fucking hook some kettlebells up to your vocal cords for a while, and eventually they all start to sound the same.
Zach wishes he had kettlebells.
So yeah, we are down a host this week, but fucking the week was still just a clusterfuck like any other. So we've still got plenty to just fucking, I don't know, go on. Go is what we do here, right?
Yeah, we must press forward. Also, Emily, this is your audition, so I hope you're aware of that.
What am I auditioning for?
I've already got my hand hovering over the X.
I gotta be funnier, Jesus.
No, less funny. What are you talking about?
Oh, less funny. Okay.
The interviews here are an absolute joke. You just have to know a guy. Dennis is the guy, and you know him now. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you form a parasocial enough relationship with this show, you can be on it. Which is true of any other show.
Just be of some regard or something. Like, be a good poster.
I mean, I try every day, but
I just don't stick to the wall like I used to.
No, like honestly, your posts are up there with like Babs's being like really funny.
I just get this wild hair, and then I just go on like a whole, tirade of tweets, and then I cannot think of anything for like weeks on end.
I mean,
so.
that's perfect though. It's like you got to get it all out there, and then you just skip all the bullshit, like all the dumb discourse of like a 21-year-old dating a 23-year-old. That's sus. Or, that sort of dumb shit.
Well, and then on top of that, like, all you gotta do is just post like 5 fucking things ever, and that's like the discourse of the day. You pick like a random celebrity and be like, I think this person's vibe is fucking awful. Like something about drugs, something about feet, something about swords, and there you go. That's my rotation at least.
I think the Snyder Cut should have been in 4:4, personally.
I think the
just
Snyder,
a big square.
I think the Snyder Cut should have been in 0:0. It's an audio drama.
No, Dennis, I meant the time signature.
Oh, it's just the whole thing. Just not like because I forgot it's iambic pentameter right now, it's technically in like a 6/8 or something like that.
Wait, no,
bad.
Is it? Did they like make that movie?
Oh no.
Okay, because that would have been really
didn't.
fucking funny, just in terms of like reads Joseph Campbell once. I'm going to like just replicate random like oh yeah, here's the hero's journey, and here's like now it's a Homeric epic and shit.
Yeah, you know what? I am going to re-release the Snyder Cut, but it is going to be an iambic pentameter. I'm going to change all of their dialogue.
I don't know what the Snyder Cut is. I'm so afraid to ask at this point.
Hey, honestly,
and I don't want to look it up.
I've had this happen for a couple things where it's just like, yeah, I've been like offline this week and it's passed me by. Thank God. The Dr. Seuss thing, great example. I didn't know about it until we talked about it on the fucking podcast. And it's you're better for it.
Okay.
You really are.
Yeah, I just enter the online space without knowing any of the discourse, and I just do things, and then hopefully, I don't become the main character.
There you go.
Like
it's,
every day, I hope.
What is Twitter if not a game of musical chairs where the person who misses the chair, gets death threats?
Hopefully it's not me one day, but
the chair is a bomb.
Yeah. Speaking of bordering on things and entering spaces, China is now opening its borders to foreigners who take Chinese manufactured shots. Per this fucking article from CNN.
Fill me up with it.
What do we think
I
about
don't give
this,
a
folks?
shit.
What's the take?
Yeah, like whatever. I'll go to China and get a fucking coronavirus vaccine.
I'd have to find an excuse.
I mean,
to
it's,
go to
yeah, it's
China
more
first.
likely than me getting one here.
Yes. That's true. I would have to find an excuse to go to China. My excuse would be to get the vaccine.
Spring break.
Because I'm not
No,
getting
it's spring
one
break.
here.
For Patreon viewers, you actually will get the first tickets to Dolphin Con Shanghai. Please,
Yeah.
please buy enough tickets. We need to get a business visa.
We do have like one listener in China, so hey,
Hook us up.
you know, we do at least have one person who could definitely maybe come.
Is it President G?
It is
Absolutely.
actually,
President
yeah.
G, please rescue us.
Yeah.
If it is, he should tell us. We will give you free Patreon.
It's fine. We'll you know what, Cuba said the same thing. They said that they anyone who's visiting will be offered the vaccine. So it's just you know, communism wins again. What can I say? It's the true road to freedom.
The thing is, offering people the vaccine alone, Dennis, is not scary enough. No. The other half of the CNN headline is, as geopolitical vaccine silos emerge.
Vaccines.
What does
So,
that
you know,
mean?
Yeah, no, what it means is that they're injecting people with a vaccine that turns you into a member of the Chinese Communist Party, and also gay. And honestly, I mean, fucking, again, hook me up.
I'm already
Just-
halfway
Just
there.
Let's go.
Please,
Yeah.
Please put the same.
No, yeah.
Don't they use?
Are you
like,
kidding me?
The ovaries from hamsters? That is a fairly like common medical practice, but can they leave the estrogen in them for the vaccine just for my dosage,
yeah.
please?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like in East Asia, like for gay men, the ideal male body is sort of like on the schlubby side, like kind of just a thick boy, like big belly
Yeah.
and everything. I'm like, Bo and I would like fucking thrive. Are you kidding me? We would be.
Yeah.
We'd be set. Don't worry. We'll be fine. I'm going over to China. I'm gonna get that vaccine, and guess what? I will thrive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really interesting that just this whole article, it's like there are just a lot of little things in terms of like, oh yeah, like, you know, this is a fairly like just sensible, like, yeah, if you want to come to our country, you got to be vaccinated.
And you
kinda
should use the
thing.
vaccine that we
Yeah,
know
it's
works.
like America does have the same thing in place as well. You do need to be vaccinated before coming into the United States. Does a geopolitical vaccine silo mean vaccination sites?
Yes.
No, I mean,
like the one
it
at
essentially
doctors.
means like each like hegemon is in its own little tube where like people aren't allowed to go from one silo to the other.
Oh, is that the case?
And
I
it's
thought it was like.
no one. Why would you want to come here anyway?
I thought it was supposed to be like missile silos.
It's
Yes,
just,
Well,
but they're
it's
just
like-
shooting they're just shooting vaccines at people.
Yeah, so somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in China, they got big tubes in the ground full of giant syringes that they're gonna launch at us like a bad New Yorker cartoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Turns out is the Uyghurs were the ones who were building them the entire time. That's what they were doing.
Yep. We figured it out, folks. We solved the puzzle.
We did it before Adrian Zenz even got his fame.
We solved the China puzzle, which is
I'm looking at
both
the-
like a good way to approach foreign policy and understanding it.
So these are the people with priority access to China's vaccine: Afghanistan, Algeria, Cambodia, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Gabon, Kenya, Laos, Malaysia, Mali, Myanmar, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, Thailand, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. So unfortunately, we are not on that list, my friends, which is
Alas.
unfortunate. I'm very saddened by this. President Xi, please just save me.
Please
Just
add
give me the hookup, buddy.
please add Orange County to the list of developing countries that can
Please
receive.
add Orange County. Please. I'm begging you. All right. What's next on this docket? What is trending?
Other than
Is this
China
really-
scary.
Other than China's scary, and that's leading to a bunch of hate crimes here in the United States. That's what that translates
Yeah.
to.
Which I would really love to drill into, as if it hasn't been fucking beaten to death already by the time we talk about it. Wow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way these were racially motivated. Say, the fucking organizations that do racially motivated hate crimes all the time.
Yeah, it's like oh no, it was because they were women. It's like yeah, that's right, because like hating women and it being like racial has never been a thing at all. Like, just not a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Racially
No,
motivated
it's not-
crimes, sexually motivated crimes, never the twain shall they meet.
What they say about crime is it's not intersectional enough. So.
No, that's right.
No.
We do need to have
absolutely not.
intersectional crime.
Yeah, you want to make sure as many of your crimes click as many boxes as possible.
Yeah.
That they
Did your crime did your petty theft pass the Bechdel test?
I will warn you though that robbing any bank does not count as passing the Bechdel test because all banks are masculine and gross.
Like
Yeah.
Jose
That-
Bank?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
like the men's clothing store Jose Bank. So Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter co-signs Justin Bieber's Justice album despite backlash. If I'm not mistaken, his daughter's been kind of wild, right? Like, she said some wild things in the past already.
I have no idea.
Wasn't she also the one who was like homophobic? I think so. I'm not gonna sign off on that saying that she's homophobic. I think I remember reading that, but I could be wrong. But yeah, there you go. That, I feel like that headline says everything.
I mean, we're not a monarchy. Why do we care?
Yeah. Why do we care? Well, I think Canada has finally done it. They've broken through. They threw that first brick at Stonewall. Here we are.
I just love that he had a Martin Luther King speech on the album, and then all of Twitter just melted down about it.
I see. I don't keep up with the Beebs. If you've I don't know.
Oh
if
yeah.
you've
I mean,
noticed this,
what
everyone.
a just.
I'm not a big fan of pop culture in general. I'm sorry. I don't have the time. I was gonna say, unless it's particularly gay, I'm not going to pay attention
Well,
to
of
it.
course not.
Yeah, I mean, everything I know about pop culture has been forced upon me. I don't know all of these things without, I don't know why, but it goes into my brain, and it makes me angry. And I think it's because I spend way too much time on TikTok, so.
See, there's your problem.
Yeah, sorry.
A good problem to have, of course, but a problem nonetheless. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
see
mean-
people dance and shit.
I guess if you've gotta have someone sign off on that, that's the thing, right? In the eyes of every just fucking person who sees this and then doesn't think about it for more than 5 seconds, which I guarantee you is 90% of people checking USA Today and seeing this. It's like, okay, cool, yeah, glad he got signed off on this, and it's like, no, we're not gonna yeah, racism's over, cool.
Did he have to get signed off on it because it she doesn't own that speech? I'm assuming that's what basically she's just saying no, it's okay that he could use this because it's a symbol of unity or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm so
which
confused.
again, I mean, presumably, this is in good faith and stuff, right? Because
Maybe
the
if I read
response
this,
seems to be at least, and
If I read this article, maybe I would find out, but I'm not going to read highlights for adults. Otherwise,
Do you
known
guys
as,
remember-
USA Today?
Do you guys
Yeah.
remember the Super Bowl commercial from last year? I think it was Jeep, and they had a Martin Luther King speech on the background playing.
right? Yeah,
A car.
I vaguely remember this.
I feel like this is the exact same vibe, but did she, the question is, did she sign off on that commercial too?
Yeah, which one is
Right?
more, which one
Way more
holds his
cringe.
legacy of, yeah.
Like
Which
this at
one
least
holds the
has the plausible
socialist's legacy?
deniability of being a musical, creative. I'm using that real fucking loosely, not to get into like fucking early 2010s ass Justin Bieber hate boner, but at least this has the plausible deniability of being from some sense
Art.
of, yeah, this is my artistic expression, right? Whereas
Mhm.
like a fucking car commercial during the Super Bowl is just so fucking
That's
crass,
yeah, that's selling a car. This man
Yeah.
was a socialist. He thought that capitalism was one of the roots of racism in this country, and you're using it to sell Jeeps. That's great. I love it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
I
it should
like
be noted, Bernice King's actual tweet about the album was, "Each of us, including artists and entertainers, can do something. Thank you, Justin Bieber, for your support in honor of #Justice, of the King Center's work, and of our Be Love campaign, which is part of our global movement for justice. #MLK, #End Racism." So
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, he's like, I don't know. I think it's fine. I think this is a very non-story. Like, I think people are upset. It's like, wasn't Martin Luther King, like, I feel like he's quoted all the time by like a bunch of artists. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. It is still kind of cringy, but like Bo said, there's some veneer of this being like art, at least.
What we need now is like fucking fellow like early 2000s pop stars to like just go further and further left, I think, in terms of anti-racism and anti-capitalism. So Rebecca Black, ball is in your court.
Hey, she actually is collabed with Dorian Electra lately.
Dorian
so
Electra,
that's
and it
really
was
cool.
fucking awesome. But yeah, I'm still waiting for her to like, I don't know, put
Yeah.
some fucking W. Dubois on the fucking timeline or something.
Malcolm X
Yeah,
lo-fi
let's-
beat. That's not a joke. That's real.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy,
It's really good. It's really good. But nonetheless, it is.
you know what? That might be a good way to get the kids listening to Malcolm X. He's a smart man. He was a smart man. Now, this next story, unfortunately, Emily, I don't think you're allowed to say the name of this, so that is only allowed for Bo, myself, and Artemis because we are fags.
oh, okay.
Fagradals Mountain, which is a volcano, was dormant for 6,000 years and has now erupted in Iceland.
I'm pretty sure that means they've chosen a new Bjork. And we
Yeah,
will have the confirmation of that coming out of Iceland pretty soon here. In the
Yeah,
next
was it
few
white
weeks.
smoke or was it white smoke or was it black smoke? That's just it. We don't know. I don't read Icelandic. I don't know. What this is.
Alternatively, if it was blue smoke or pink smoke, Iceland's biggest gender reveal yet.
Again, these gender reveals are getting so dangerous.
Yep,
And I
yep.
didn't even realize it was happening in Iceland. I thought that was just exclusive to the North American continent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we love murdering people with letting people know the genitals of children. It's weird and not creepy, and it's not weird. It's not creepy, and it's not dangerous at all. To just
the end game of the American political project is just I have someone in a fucking Minions mascot costume shoot me in the face after I scream, "My baby has a penis!" and it is pow.
I mean, that's what happens when Alexander Edward is going to when he is a child. That's what that's the last episode of Minion Death Cult. It's also
what a way to end the show.
Yeah.
If my house burns down
Yeah.
because of a gender reveal party, I will flip my absolute shit. Like honestly,
Oh, yeah.
I live in Northern California and like it's like a Tinder box here and like
Yeah.
one match is if somebody's like baby boy, they have a baby boy and then my house burns down, like at least the least you can do is make the fire like blue, you know?
I was gonna say, yeah, it should at least be blue flames. You'd be like, well, this is pretty cool, I guess. As your skin is melting from the 3rd-degree burns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Running.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you yourself are also like a tinderbox. You're just covered in like very flammable like polyester or something.
I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
nobody's been hydrating enough over quarantine, so you know
Oh, absolutely not.
that's what happens.
But see, this is like news to like Emily and I are both Californians. We experience this sort of shit all the time, earthquakes and things, plate
Mm-hmm.
tectonics. So this is a lot of like big news to us because we also have some more big news about plate tectonics. Um, there is no tsunami threat after a 7.0 earthquake off the coast of Japan, which is huge. A 7.0 is supposed to be the one that's going
Mhm.
to kill us here in Southern California because we're not prepared for it. That's also like I think the height of the Richter scale. It doesn't go higher. Um,
Yeah.
so I am looking. Oh yeah, there was also a earthquake a couple of days ago, not too far from me. I didn't feel it, but it was only about 30 miles away. Uh, so I'm prepared for the big one. The bookshelf that is very near my bed is not tied down to the wall in any way because these walls are like plaster, so just fall off anyway. So I'm just prepared to die. Whatever happens, happens, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would absolutely die. I live on a mountainside and everything's just gonna come crumbling down. Like,
Yeah, you just
and
skateboard
and
down the
that's
side of it,
fine.
but on your
Yeah.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
she's still in California, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta skateboard down it. I am. I mean, I'm glad that there's no tsunami threat in Hawaii. Like tsunamis are. I'm glad that I don't live anywhere near the ocean, and also the plates around here can't create tsunamis unless they're like 3 feet tall. Um, like that's just from my understanding. Because in California, you do have to learn how earthquakes work. When
Hmm.
you're in like high school. Uh, it's one of the few things that they teach us that's actually useful. Um, but from my understanding, we won't necessarily ever get tsunamis. Because it's not likely, but it's not impossible. So, but it sounds like one of the
Right.
most frightening things possible. It sounds like the scariest thing ever. Just the ocean going back for miles and miles, and then with the full force of like the trillions of gallons of water just pushing right back up against your building. Just so scary. Ugh.
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this
Yeah.
this is all 100% alien to me because other than like the little ones we've gotten since fracking has been like more and more in North Texas, I've never really experienced any earthquakes. So
Yeah, no,
like what is a
I have
seven?
a
Like what how
that's
So so
how
seven.
bass boosted does that feel?
so like what a lot of people who actually experienced the 89 earthquake out here, I don't know what it was on the Richter scale, but people described it to me as like the ground was like waves in the
Yeah.
ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like literal waves, and like um my old housemate lived in Santa Cruz at the time, and they were out in a parking lot, and the parking lot, it was just moving, and they like went on the ground, and they were like, I couldn't feel stable. Like
Yeah,
it,
it
I
feels
just
like
couldn't imagine.
I've heard that it felt like liquid. Yeah, like the ground felt like a liquid or something and it was just moving
Yeah.
under their feet. I've never experienced anything that bad. I mean, I was like 4 when the Northridge happened, which was our
Mhm.
last big huge one. The one
Yeah.
after that was the Easter Sunday one, which was only it only ended up being like a 5 over here, but it was like a 6 over in Tijuana where it hit. Um
Yeah.
and then recently, I think early in the pandemic, there was one that was it was another 4 or a 5, which I don't wake up unless it's a 4. Like I'm not gonna feel it, I'm not gonna notice it. That's what I'm gonna. And my roommate Sam was in the bathtub as it was going, and I guess water splashed everywhere. But
Oh my
it
gosh.
was quite like it shook things, but nothing fell off a like a nothing fell off a shelf. This is like the scale is also logarithmic, so a 4 is 30 times less than a 7. So a 7, I thinking of like that times 30, it's wild. I don't think I'm
I
ever
Mhm.
mean,
gonna.
I don't think
Yeah.
explaining math concepts to me is going to help at all explaining the scale, but I appreciate the
Mhm.
attempt.
You know,
Oh.
so in Dark Souls, when you're going
There we go.
through-
Now you're speaking my language.
I actually have a really short but good story about an earthquake experience in Orange County. Um, I was at the OBGYN, and
Oh
we
no.
we were doing our yearly exam, and the curtains start shaking, and buildings are on rollers out there, so I'm like on the fifth floor of a medical building, and a literal earthquake starts happening, and the everything starts feeling like rolling, like everything's rolling, and the doctor moves backwards and is like he's like, put your clothes on. I'm gonna get behind this curtain while you do that. I'm like, okay, just like throwing my pants on as like a 5.5 earthquake is happening. Like it was absurd.
Also, just
It
like
was like
getting. I think him asking you to get behind the curtain. I mean, like that is very nice of him, but he's already seen you like probably the most intimately than anyone could ever, like with a speculum
know.
and things. It's like
It was-
I think it's okay if I just put my pants on right now. Like you've seen me naked, sir.
yeah, it was a very strange moment for sure. I was like, why are you getting behind the curtain, guy? What's going on? But it was a bonding moment between me and my gynecologist.
Mhm.
So
Maybe it's just it's just that much more clinical.
This is more of a pussy out kind of natural disaster, you know? God.
So, the last bit of weird things that could potentially kill us, and I want it to happen kind of badly, is
Can't wait.
potentially hazardous asteroid comes its closest to Earth today when we're recording this on Sunday.
Yeah, so if
So-
this
Oh, yeah.
episode doesn't come out on Tuesday, we know
We
something
died.
you don't. We died, yeah.
Yeah.
We're putting this episode on a Pioneer-esque satellite and launching it into space. So maybe some other intelligent life can someday hear of our fucking just dumb, idiotic civilization.
hmm So the asteroid is called 2001 F032, and it formed at the dawn of our solar system, and it's the largest space rock that is expected to fly by Earth. And it won't be this close again until 2052. Again, I'll probably still be alive. You have a second chance. Just please.
Yeah, you got this,
please.
FO32.
We love you. I feel like I'm part of that fucking Heaven's Gate cult, but I just want I want the asteroid to kill us. I don't want to be on the other side of the asteroid. I just want to die.
yeah,
I want everything to end. I think it's better for us in the end.
I would prefer an asteroid over like the Yellowstone volcano.
Oh
super
yeah,
volcano
for
erupting.
sure. That would, because I don't want to melt. I just want to be like.
Well, it wouldn't even be melting. It would be
Yeah.
choked with ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, that's right. You would live maybe a little bit longer, and that wouldn't be good.
No,
It'd be a
I
hole
want
the road
instant
kind of
death.
situation. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
be I want to be squashed like like I'm getting a fucking cartoon piano dropped on me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that it's going to be 1 million miles away from the planet's atmosphere, which honestly sounds a little far. So like, this is just outrage article.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
what are you
upset.
doing?
hmm I'm very upset about this. You try harder next time. Try
Also,
harder
as an
next time,
American, I don't
asteroids.
know what that measurement is. They got to put it in like terms of like football fields or something. You know,
Mhm. How many McChickens is it?
It's a lot.
how many McChickens stacked, one on top of the other, or end to end, either way.
That I could visualize. I could grasp that one.
Yeah, that's something a little more. How many unpaid stimulus checks stacked on top of one another would reach this asteroid? And then
And the government
could
checks
we
are a
mine
little bit
it
bigger.
for more money to give me fucking please.
Speaking of just wanting to die, but this time from laughter. See, there you go. That was a Zach one. I did it.
There you
Uh,
go. It's not a Zach one until I like just passive aggressively like, oh yeah, great one, buddy. You know.
Mhm.
But continue.
So, I don't know. This is just a wild story, but because it's not really a story, but Dr. Naomi Wolf who is, I assume, a writer. She wrote a book called "Outrageous Sex, Censorship, and the Criminalization of Love." Her Twitter bio reads, "Outrages explore violation of personal freedoms via the inspiring story of the LGBT rights hero John Addington Symonds." She has a doctorate in philosophy and poetry. She was basically like an anti-masker. She's a libertarian kind of asshole. And Ken Klippenstein, absolute king, may or may not have sent her a DM. This may have been someone else, but I think it might have been a Ken Klippenstein alt. Sent her a DM with claiming to be a doctor, like a medical doctor. Claiming to be a medical doctor with like a fake quote that this fake medical doctor said, saying, "Hello, Dr. Wolf."
So the DM itself, is essentially, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the DM says, "Hey, Dr. Wolf, I'm a huge fan of yours. I admire your outspokenness." And Bo, can you describe the photo?
Yeah, so it's a bald white guy in doctor scrubs. He's got a stethoscope around his neck.
Lovely smile.
There's text on the image. Lovely smile. There's text on the image saying, "If a vaccine is effective, then why do you need to pressure people to take it? Informed consent means letting patients make their own choices." And then the quote is labeled, "Dr. John Sims, MD."
Mm-hmm. Now,
John Sims. Yeah, just a
John
name.
Sims. Yeah. Yeah, just a guy. He's just
a
a
guy.
Mhm.
He's just
Well,
a
just a doctor.
run of the mill, salt of the earth, blue collar. His collar is blue. You can see it in the picture. Doctor. You know, like, come on.
Now, what about Dr.
That is not
John
who this
Sims
is.
interesting. No, Dr. John Sims maybe exists, but
Maybe.
But no, that's not who this gentleman is. This gentleman is actually, the one in the photo is an adult film star, pornographer, one might call, Johnny Sins, who is a big buff bald guy who
I believe the term
I'm not
is
familiar.
Dick Wizard, Dennis.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with his work. He doesn't make art that interests me necessarily. But he has played a doctor before, and he actually is the doctor in this. He actually retweeted the Klippenstein thread taking down Dr. Naomi Wolf, because turns out Johnny Sins is pro-mask and
Go figure.
Wants people to take the vaccine.
Well, he works in a high contact industry.
Yeah. Actually,
he's a doctor.
I want to know.
mean,
how has the porn industry been like hit by coronavirus? Actually,
Well,
I have no idea.
Okay, there's actually, it's more than just the coronavirus. There's been a significant new amount of content moderation because of, like, there was a renewed government effort to find out, basically cut down on exploitation in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sets to foster.
Mm-hmm. So a ton of content is banned or just completely removed, and the people's accounts are removed. So for, independent artists, it's probably not great, but I assume that he's got to have like a deal with a studio, right? That seems.
Well, he has an OnlyFans as well.
Is there like a draft every season?
A draft.
Can I get a fantasy team for this?
Oh, go ahead, Emily.
I just looked up porn industry COVID, and I just got an article from Rolling Stone that says no MILFs, no squirting, no gangbangs. How the porn industry is changing during COVID-19. So that's fun.
As a proud Republican, all I watch is MILF squirting gangbangs. Now Murph is a different category entirely. I'm not gonna even get into that, but yeah. No, this is fucking rad as hell and very funny, I gotta say.
Yeah, it is pretty hilarious. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Mr. Sins, who I think actually has like a cooler like real name. I think people are saying that he's a cooler,
Stephen Wolf.
Like,
yeah.
Stephen. Yeah, look at that. He has
his nom de plume or nom de pine or whatever is Johnny Sins, but yeah, Stephen Wolf is a great fucking name. Like,
yeah,
goddamn.
That's already a porn name. Here's the thing though, that might be a
Steve
gay porn
Wolf
name.
in I mean, yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
this,
if he ever wants to do
this
gay for pay, he
dude's
can do
rock,
that,
I
man.
believe. If not now, then when?
Yeah. If not who, then how?
Yeah, yeah.
Just more
Fucking-
HW sounds. But this is great. I think I think this sort of shit is very funny. I love it. Like, I know that we're not, like, you know, it's kind of a dumb liberal thing to, like, get people in gotcha
This
moments.
is it.
But
This will
was-
stop the anti-vaxxers from being, you know,
yeah.
fucking actively dangerous to the, you know, general populace. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't fucking do anything at the end of the day.
But it's
it's
so
a fun
funny.
online own, in the vein of, like, I don't know, like, early, like, anonymous stuff, or, like, you know, sending black faxes to the Westboro Baptist Church. It's that kind of shit, you know. And
Yeah.
it's fucking great. And I'm
Yep.
sure Mr. Sins is more than happy to get the free publicity, you know? Like
Yeah.
you said, Sestafast has fucked up a lot of things for a lot of hardworking you know, sex workers, like, so free advertising, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact,
There you go.
Johnny Sins, Dr. John Sins, was my doctor for the during the earthquake. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
He was the
And
Yeah, he was
gynecologist.
my
Yep,
gynecologist.
he's very
perfect
familiar
gentleman,
with
I-
the moving and the shaking.
He's got great bedside manner. So
Exactly. He is, of course, always welcome to come on the show.
Oh yeah, he can definitely come on the show. Yeah.
Yep, I was worried as soon as
you
I
know,
said that.
That's the, you know, it's a reference to ejaculating is the
Mhm,
joke.
mhm, yeah.
See.
Mhm.
This is why you
Which
guys
is
come here.
which is what we all do here, because this show is a big fucking circle jerk. Anyway, thank you all for listening. As Zach always says, if you made it this far, you're a true comrade. Thank you to all of our patrons, especially Scott for contributing to our dialectical tier, Jorge and Tim for contributing to our Devil's Advocate tier. Y'all help keep this shit show on the road. Let us know how you liked our latest Patreon episode with Emily here. You know, we've also got fucking Sonic High School. We've got older Patreon episodes. We've got Dolphins and Garages now, if you're a nerd like us. You can get all that for just $1 a month, $5 a month, $1 million a month, whatever you have. $1,400 a month if you've got that this month, and no idea to spend it. Hey, I mean, where
Which
better,
less?
right? Yeah, that imagine how many we will come to your house and play D&D with you if you just send us your stimmy.
you
Yeah.
all should make a $1,400 tier just for this.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we should.
Absolutely. Or no,
Oh,
make it
no, we're gonna do it.
1401 so you can say you've given us more than the current administration has.
Yeah. We're gonna do it, and then the only person that donates to it is gonna be Elon Musk or something.
Oh God, yeah.
Ugh. Anyway.
He just wants to play fucking Cyberpunk because he played the video game and is like, oh yeah, the RPG is the same, right? Keanu Reeves is there, and it's like he invited like a fucking what's the Tim and Eric Pirates of the Caribbean guy?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do, but I don't.
John
remember his
Depp.
name.
That's his name. John Depp is the impersonator, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's that, but Keanu Reeves. He's like Ken Reeves or something, and he's there, and he's got his arm is just painted fucking silver, and it's the worst night of any of our
Anyway.
lives. Anyway,
Emily, where can people
thanks
find
again for
you?
listening.
I am on Twitter, so my @ is the fungal toe or the fun gal toe. I mean, there's so many ways to interpret that. So
Yeah, there's lots of interpretation here, and we love it.
yeah. I just like puns and
Well, you're
compost.
yeah. Well, see, that's why we let you on the show, is because you met the quota of composts. You know.
Yeah, the algorithm got triggered into like, hey, a certain number of composts per day with a certain amount of engagement. Bother this person until they do a recording with you, which is how it works. You know, that's every single one of the people we've had on. It's the exact same algorithm. You know.
Yeah, and who doesn't love talking about cum on Twitter?
Yeah, algorithm driven cum.
Artemis has gone silent again.
What?
Exactly.
Well, yes. Thank you again so much, Emily, for coming on, and thank you, dear listener, for sticking around.
Right. We've already done our plugs, but go listen to Dolphins and Garages. The free first episode is now up on Patreon. Go check it out. If you want to hear episode 2, that one's also already out. Just pay $1 a month and you can listen to it. Third episode is coming out on March 31st. It also has a Twitter and an Instagram, which will be in the show notes. Zach, they will be in the show notes, correct, Zach? So go check those out. But it's the Twitter is at DNG_pod, and the Instagram is Dolphins in Garages. Go check it out. We're gonna have official art up very soon, so you get to check out how cool everyone looks and stuff.
Yeah, the fun big fuzzy men that live in our heads. You get to see them as well.
And then the weird twink that Artemis plays.
Yeah.
Wait, I've been talking to furries this whole time.
Unfortunately.
Oh
Well,
man.
Furry enough,
Again.
unfortunately. I didn't originally think to like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be a fun character. I've never played a bugbear before, and then all of a sudden I'm buying a fucking neon colored wolf costume and violating mask orders to go bone down in fucking South Beach or whatever. So normal stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Better than the dolphin mascot costume that we're eventually going to spend some Patreon money on. Inevitably, I should say.
Yeah. $5,000, folks. We'll get it.
We'll hit that milestone any day now. And so with that said, I think we can.
Oh wait, no, we gotta plug we gotta plug streams.
Watch the streams.
Right. Yeah.
Watch the streams. Tuesday, this is our theory stream. More like just hanging out with everyone's stream.
We'll see,
but it's our theory
We'll see
stream.
if you get a Wednesday this week.
Wednesday, this week might be a maybe, but usually on Wednesdays we stream Minecraft, and on Friday we stream It's a Variety Game Night, and also just another hangout. That is twitch.tv/Psychic Dolphin Garage. All right, let's go ahead and park a car inside this garage and huff all the gas.
There we go.
All right.
Nice.
Bye, y'all.
All right, folks.
Cool.
Bye.
Howdy, y'all. Don't forget to follow our link tree in the show notes to discover new things like our Discord, social media platforms, and all the places where you can listen to our podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to introduce us and other leftist creators to friends, family, coworkers, your AA buddies. Community is about more than hot takes online. And if you want to support our efforts, you can donate to us at patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage, which is spelled how it sounds. Hope to see you on the stream tonight. Enjoy this music by JJD.
How the fuck I still got a full head of hair? Not a single gray. Fuck the cops, family first, every single day. Bringing a charm when I ring the alarm. My arms got a box cutter and sticky. We gotta abolish ICE, we gotta abolish ICE, abolish it. No need to apologize, the Holocaust apologists. For no reason we colonized the land and put up monuments. Dope needles, dollar signs, the globe stands in astonishment. I hope there'll be a punishment. I really wanna get bloody. I really wanna stand in judgment of anybody taking money from anybody in the struggle. Anybody on a budget. Poor people getting 10 to 20 for some dumb shit. Corporations incorporating a bloodlet. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words.
Welcome, dear listener, to Dolphins and Garages, starring Charlie as Draws the Tinkering Construct,
I have no need of soup. We will be on our way.
Bo as Isham Amerlagon, the Roguish Bugbear,
Show me on this diagram where the fuck I asked.
Dennis as Berry Picker, the soft-hearted furbolg barbarian.
I just get angry sometimes. It's okay though, right?
And Artemis as the Dungeon Master.
Roll intimidation, all three of you.
That's a nat 20.
22.
5? E.
Be the first to listen to new episodes of Dolphins and Garages on patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage. We'll see you in the garage.
Let's live and learn.
Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic.
I'm late for school. I have to get to school now. He did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Hey, Amy, said Sonic, check me out. And Sonic did a dance move.
Wow, cool, let's kiss. Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everyone found out about in your English class.
I'm gonna take a sip of beer.
This is not an audiobook. God. I am always here for you. The prom is tonight also.
Wow, I forgot. Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. Ha ha ha, Sonic and Tails. Now you are both here and fallen right into my trap. Eggman, why are you here? I kissed Amy, and now you can never date her again because I'm going to do sex to her tonight. This sucks! And curse words, too.
Want to hear more Sonic High School? Check out patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage.